Hi, and welcome to the Douglas On My Mind Show. I'm Blondell Thomas, the City of Douglas Public Information Manager, and we'll be right back with a few people to start the year 2020 off right. Hi, and welcome back to the Douglas On My Mind Show. I am here with Mayor Tony Paulk. Welcome, Mayor. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you. And how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Well, we're going to get started. What does the year 2020 look like for the City of Douglas?
Well, the City of Douglas, year 2020 looks absolutely fabulous. There's more things going on in the City of Douglas than you can shake a stick at. I mean, the building projects are coming along. If you have the opportunity to travel out there on the connector, the utility buildings are going up. That's where we're going to have our utilities buildings and our vehicle maintenance shop. That's coming along very, very well. And then we're getting ready to start bidding out for the new City Hall, which is actually going to be a renovation project plus adding on some square footage, updating the technology that's incorporated in City Hall. Then we're going to move into what I love the most is the parks and recreation aspect of it. Of course, we're getting a new city pool.
Right.
We're going to go from 6 lanes to 8 lanes.
Oh, wow.
Also out there at the city pool complex is going to be a miracle field. This is where the youth that have some disabilities will have something in the City of Douglas that's designated for them.
Right.
Also, what we found out that the Miracle Field, since it has special padding, some of the kindergartners will go out there and play kickball, and it just has a host of uses that we did not think of. And then out at Jardine Stadium, we're going to add an additional 4 or 5 more baseball fields, and then an additional 3 more football fields out there.
Wow.
So that is going to be very exciting when all that gets completed. As you can see, during football season, we've already straightened out the road a little bit.
Right, there's like a roundabout out there.
Got a little
now.
roundabout out there. So we are really, really excited about that. I think that our youth are our greatest ambassadors. They travel throughout the state representing the City of Douglas and Coffee County, and they do very well.
Right, our swim team has won several years.
It's phenomenal. The swim team won state by 300 plus points.
Right, right.
So we're really excited about that, and it's just going to be good to have our youth in facilities that are up to date. And I tell folks about the swimming pool. I'm 56 years old. I learned to swim in that pool.
Yeah, that pool has been there a while, and I'll have to say that I know Roger Johnson went over there many a day and came back soaking wet from being over there at that pool, trying to keep it up. So it's definitely been needing some renovations to go
Exactly,
on over there.
and we even named the swimming pool after Mr. Johnson.
Right. Now, talking about the Miracle Field, it's not only going to be for the youth, like disabled adults can also use that field.
Yes, most
Is
definitely.
That right?
Most definitely. All city facilities are to be utilized by all citizens.
Right.
So we just don't have one particular field or building that's just for one use. All our buildings we try to have multi-purpose.
Well, with me being closely associated with the Recreation Department for so many years, when they started talking about Miracle Field, I really got excited because, I mean, true, we've always allowed disabled or disadvantaged youth to play in our sports, but at times they still would have issues like you can't push a wheelchair on play. You can't, and so it's really awesome that the Recreation Department and the city's coming up with the Miracle Field because it's going to help a lot of people.
That's one of the things that with the Miracle Field, we want to represent all our citizens.
Right.
Particularly our children with special needs. We want them to have something that's primarily theirs, but also has a multi-use for other citizens to use as well.
Right. Now, you were talking about the renovations going on at City Hall. Those should, what's kind of a roundabout timeline on all these renovations?
Well, the renovations, the timeline is sort of hard to nail down because we have Harper and Lewis. They formed a construction management at risk company. They're managing all the projects.
Right.
And the issue comes down to, we have $1, we want to spend $1. So if the plans come back and it's at $1.10, we need to try to erase 10 cents.
Right.
We want to stay in budget at all costs. We want a quality project, but we want a project that we can all be proud of, but we also want that project to be funded properly.
Correct. Okay, well, moving on from the Seymour projects, tell us about the really big project that y'all worked so hard on in 2019, the tax allocation district, those projects.
Yes, the tax allocation district, or that piece of property where Chick-fil-A is going to be. So that's basically about it. As the citizens know, the citizens went to the polls and voted for us to have a tax allocation district, or the Chick-fil-A spot. And that's running along very well. Right now, the county and the city are in the final negotiations of how this financial portion is going to take place.
Okay.
And I would like to commend the county. They are doing an absolutely fine job of being able to reduce the amount of skin that the citizens are going to have in the game.
Yeah.
So talking with Wesley, and at the time last year, Mr. Jimmy Kitchens, even Tony Ryle, sitting down having a conversation, and that's one of the unique things about the city of Douglas and Coffee County. We sit down at the table and talk about things and come up with what's the best solution for the citizens of Douglas.
You work together.
Exactly.
And I agree with you. I hear a lot of times at different meetings that I go to, you mean you actually speak to the people at the county?
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
That's right. And that makes it very easy. Now, we don't always agree on things, but we're at that table. We're trying to do what's best for the citizens of Douglas and Coffee County. So I think that the county is really engulfed in the financial aspects of it now, and we're just waiting to get that final document signed, and hopefully we're going to be moving dirt on that piece of property somewhere in March.
Oh, okay, great. So maybe by, say, Christmas of next year, we might have a really big Christmas present to give local people and people around Douglas.
If we start moving dirt in March, probably somewhere in September, mid-September, the first parcel will open.
Oh, wow, that's great. And I've noticed there has been a couple of more stores added. I saw some preliminary drawings that, you know.
Well, the biggest thing that we've had so far that's new is going to be Five Below. And it's a discount retail store. And Taco Bell is actually going to relocate there. And of course, the ones that we already have expressed to the citizens, Starbucks, Marshalls, Hobby Lobby, Chick-fil-A, and Cookout.
Right.
So hopefully by the end of next year, we'll have more than just one of the businesses open. And the citizens are very excited. I'm excited too. I get questioned about that a lot. Hey, they hadn't started doing anything. Well, we want to get that final financial mechanism in place. So once we get that in place, we're going to move forward on it.
All right, that sounds good. Now, moving on, this is coming up to the 3rd year of the Douglas Mayor's Youth Council. Now, that is something that you spearheaded.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we're getting ready to depart the great city of Douglas this Friday.
Okay.
We're going to the Georgia Municipal Association. This is our annual conference that we hold in January. Well, they're beginning to see that there are more youth council popping up across the state. And what they're doing now is they're incorporating a curriculum and classes and meetings for the Mayor's Youth Council.
Oh, that's good.
And I was fortunate enough to be selected at the state level to serve on an advisory council for the youth in the state of Georgia.
Well, that's awesome.
Oh yes, I'm very excited about that, because I do believe that, you know, we always want to brag on our youth, we have to put the resources behind this also and give them opportunities to see how government works.
And on the other side of the Youth Council, you also have another mentoring type deal that people can take advantage of with the Douglas Coffee County Teen Court.
Exactly. Teen court is a legal court. A lot of people don't think that it's a legal court, but what happens is a juvenile goes before the municipal court judge, and it gets remanded to teen court. The only difference in teen court is the only adult in the entire proceeding is the judge.
Wow.
The bailiff, the prosecuting attorney, the defense attorney, the clerk of court, the jurors, everybody are youth.
Okay.
And they are doing a fantastic job of representing. And we've already experienced where one of our youth was a defendant, and now that youth is a mayor's junior council person.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good.
So
That shows that they're growing.
Exactly. And it's just phenomenal. And I tell anybody that the mayor's youth council, teen court, ambitious young men with Mr. Mike Bazell, and Fly Girls First Love Yourself with Miss Jessica Williams, and the Boys and Girls Club. I don't know his real name. It's Bull. Everybody knows Bull.
Right.
If you want to get your children in something positive, coupled with the Douglas Parks and Recreation, you cannot go wrong with those organizations.
That's right. That's right.
And those activities.
Well, it sounds like Douglas and Coffee County is going to be really busy this year.
Oh yes, most
Always.
definitely, and I'm excited about it. You know, the city of Douglas always shining brightly, and I tell folks all the time, whoever is praying for the city of Douglas and Coffee County, continue, because it is working.
Right. And it's obvious that it's working, especially when you, like you were saying, you were recognized and was placed on a state leadership board to help mentor our youth. So we really appreciate all that you do for the great city of Douglas, too.
There you go, the great city.
Yes.
Hey, I appreciate the invitation, and thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll be right back after this. Hi, and welcome back to Douglas on My Mind. I'm here now with Miss Erin Day with Wiregrass, Georgia Technical College. She is the Transition Career Specialist, so she is going to tell us all about the upcoming adult education, or what a lot of us old-timers like me know, GED classes.
Right.
Tell us about it.
We've got so much going on at Wiregrass in adult education. Like, it doesn't just mean GED anymore. We actually just did a program, Industry Ready, where we got folks skilled in forklift certification, OSHA, CPR, Georgia Keys, Georgia Pass and Work Keys, all within 4 weeks. And so they were ready to go to a job and actually be like,
Go to work.
Go to work. Hey, I'm certified. Here's my card. Here's my resume. Through that program, they get a resume, portfolio, all of that. So aside from those things, we do offer our GED classes, and we have classes morning, afternoon, and night. And I want to let everybody know that we have orientation every week.
Oh, wow.
We have our daytime orientation will be on Tuesday and Thursdays. You have to be there both days and bring your ID, but it lasts from 8 to 3. And then our nighttime orientation is every Monday and Tuesday from 5 to 10. And it may not take you the whole time to do everything, but allocate that time to be there. And so once you get in through our orientation, you are in through our program to get in any of that training I was talking about, or to get your GED.
How long does it normally take for someone to finish the GED program?
It's really at your own pace.
Oh, okay.
Some folks, literally, we had a guy come in last week. He came in, and a week later he took all 4 parts of his GED and passed, and he's now starting our express semester in February at Wiregrass. I'm going into computer technology or something. So that's a quick story. Now we have some folks that it takes a little more time. It might take a year, you know, if they really need to work on their math, or, you know, maybe they work full time and they're only able to come to class some. But I will say this, once you get into our program, you have access to our materials at home, so you can work at home some as long as you're still involved in class.
Okay, so you offer the online and the in-person
It
classes.
is. You just have to come get enrolled with us first, because people are all the time asking, hey, do you have online classes? And we don't for GED unless you enroll with us, and then you have access to all of our study materials. You really, you can't go wrong because it's free. It's like at no cost.
Right.
And speaking of no cost, I want to tell you about a program that we've got. It's a federal program called Workforce Innovations Opportunities Act. WIOA for short. Now what WIOA will do once they're enrolled again, it can pay them $15 a day to come to class. It'll pay for their practice test.
Wait, it'll pay you to go to class?
Pay you. Whoever got paid
to go to class, right.
So, I mean, it's really, now you have to get a certain score on their locator test, but that's nothing that can't be done. If you don't reach it on the first test, you're able to take it 40 hours later, and you can work your time up at home and test again. But through that program, if you're underage, it even pays you $250 when you pass the test.
Oh, wow.
I mean, so there's a lot of bonuses. And if you're overage or 22 and above, that's where I can serve you through WIOA, and also you get paid to come to class, paid for your test, and then I help you get a job. So it's like win-win, or get into school. And all that.
We were talking a little bit before we started the interview, and WIOA will also pay for, I think you said, like some materials that somebody may need in class.
Right. See, WIOA is also offered on the credit side. Like right before, the adult ed is kind of the non-credit. When you get over into applying to Wiregrass, which I get all my students to do, and we have a free app week coming up. But once you get into the credit side, another lady, Keisha Phillips, handles it on our coffee campus. But like, say if you're going into nursing and you need a little extra help, they help pay for your scrubs, welding, get steel-toe boots, your shield. If you're going into cosmetology, it helps with all your scissors and all, because that stuff can get expensive. It really can. So, and it also still pays you to come to school every day.
Right.
So that, like, a lot of folks don't know it's out there. So I'm saying, hey, y'all, it's out there. Like,
you can get a job to go to school.
Right. You really can. And if like, I want people to know that Wiregrass is here for this community.
Right.
We're here for Douglas and Coffee County. I want to give hope to people. Wiregrass wants to give hope to people. So if we can do it on the GED side, the adult education, or on the credit side, we want to be there to help.
Right. Now, one other class that y'all also offer is the ESOL classes,
ESL. And our ESL classes are booming. And for anybody that doesn't know, that's English as a second language. And with all the migrant workers we have coming in, with a lot of Latino and Hispanic, families moving in, a lot of the kids may know English well, but their parents don't. So we're getting a lot of folks, school-aged kids, their parents are coming in, or their families are moving in when they move their families in from Mexico or what have you. Hey, come to Wiregrass so we can help you. Like, learn your English better so we can help you get a job and get in school. We want everybody to be, moving forward and
self-sufficient. You want them to do better.
Yeah, self-sufficient. We want to empower students to be able to go out in the workplace and actually be, self-sufficient, take care of their families, and be good, productive citizens, and get involved in our community.
Right. Yeah, we definitely need volunteers everywhere.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned a little bit about the spring semester. When does spring semester start with Wiregrass?
Well, we've already had one spring semester start, but we do have a B term that's starting February 13th, which is coming up. So if anybody has time, come today, come ASAP to apply. If you miss that deadline, then we have another semester starting in May, and come on up there. We have free application week. It's March 24th, and you can apply all week. Come up there. Your application fee of $25 will be waived. You can go ahead and fill out your FAFSA so you can see what you'll be able to get back on financial aid, and even meet with our ARC, which is our Advisement and Retention Center, and they can give you career path scopes and kind of get you, register for classes and see which way you want to go.
Right. I was going to say, if you don't know what you want to do,
Yes.
that will kind of help you know what your strengths are.
Yes,
correct?
that's
Okay.
right. That's
All
right.
Well, is there anything else going on at Wiregrass besides just the adult education and the things that we've talked about?
Well, we have so many things coming up. We have a Wiregrass informational session coming up on March 31st. I encourage the whole community to come. If you want to like and follow us on Facebook, Wiregrass Georgia Technical College. We also have a Wiregrass Georgia Tech /adult education page. I would love for everybody to follow that so you can see, the growth and the hope of people who haven't had a chance to have a chance, and it will inspire you. And again, if you follow our Wiregrass page, you'll see the dates for the information session. Folks in town can click on it. I encourage business folks to come, students to come, parents, so you can hear all about the different programs that we're going to showcase the different programs we have, because a lot of folks don't know we have everything from nursing to CDL to welding to computer tech. We even have a gaming degree now. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't know this new generation. I still feel like I'm young, but evidently I'm not. I'm kind of behind the ball. But y'all, there's something for everybody. Something for everybody. So
And
just come
you
on
said
out to Wiregrass.
Y'all have how many different courses, or how
We
many
have,
different?
we have over 100
Over 100.
programs.
Wow.
And I believe there's 37 of those you can get in less than a year.
Oh, that's
So,
really good.
if you need to get something where you can get a job, start getting some money coming in, come on out. And y'all, anybody come see me. If I can't help you, I'll get you to the right person who can, because Wiregrass is here for Douglas and Coffee County.
Okay, well, Erin, I really appreciate you coming and
Yes.
talking to us. I've been trying to get you on here for a few months, and so I'm
Yes.
happy that you're here. If you would just share with everyone one more time your
Okay.
contact information or how they can get in
I
contact
sure
with
will.
Wiregrass.
Okay. All right. My name is Erin Day, and y'all, I'm the career/transition specialist out there. I'm really the liaison to get you from your GED into college, or from college into your next level college, or if you want to go to the military. Definitely, if you want to get a job, I'm the one to come see, and I can help you get funds to help pay for you to get there. So definitely contact me at Wiregrass 229-468-2265, or Erin, ERIN.day, D-A-Y, at wiregrass.edu, and I'll be happy to help y'all in any way I can, and just spread the hope. And we love you at Wiregrass, and I love y'all.
All right. Well, thank you
Okay.
again, Erin, and we'll have you back on soon.
All right, thanks.
We'll be right back after this. Hi, and welcome back to the Douglas on My Mind show. I'm here now with Miss Kim Clayton, the Personnel and Public Relations Director for the Coffee County Board of Education. Thank you, Kim, for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
We are here today to talk about the teacher job fair.
Yes, we are, and I'm so glad that you called me. It seems like when we come back from Christmas, it's bing, bang, boom, getting ready for the next school year, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Right.
We're already working on staffing, and the teacher job fair is certainly part of that.
Right.
That we have done this for several years, holding our annual job fair. It's always on a Saturday, so many people can come, we hope, if they have a day off. And all of our principals are there holding interviews. We do offer jobs at the job fair.
Oh, wow.
So right now we're working on what vacancies we will have for
Okay.
next school year.
So if someone does plan on coming to the job fair, what day is it this year? And what
It
time?
is on Saturday, March 14th.
Okay.
9 a.m. until noon, and we're actually planning on having it at the new Clayton Mathis Performing Arts Center that is located on the campus of Coffee High School. It's going to be it is a beautiful facility, and we'll probably have it in the foyer there. So we hope everyone will come out and come to the job fair if you're interested in teaching. It'll be a wonderful day.
Right. Now, are there certain times of the year that it is more important for you to try to reach out and find those new teachers?
Well, You know, I think I say anymore, recruitment is like a 24/7 job because it has gotten difficult to find teachers. Sadly, the enrollment in the education programs in the colleges and universities in Georgia has decreased. So I'm always looking for good teachers to come in and interview with our principals, or even what we call career switchers, someone that has a 4-year degree in another content and they're interested in becoming a teacher. I'm always open to speaking with folks like that. But as far as staffing the schools, like from January until April, I travel to colleges and universities around Georgia and talk with students and encourage them to apply with us. So that is a real busy time for us, but we also, in December, if we have any retirees like we did this past year, we're looking for folks that started this month.
So is there a teacher shortage in Coffee County?
Well, I wouldn't say just in Coffee County. I think around the state and probably the United States that it's a profession that young people are not going into like they used to. But I'll tell you, with South Georgia State College offering the early childhood special education program now, we're so excited about that because those folks will be doing their practicum and their student teaching in Coffee County schools.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we'll be able to see them firsthand. And that'll help with our pool of applicants.
You'll get to grow, actually,
Exactly.
grow those teachers.
And I'm glad you said that. At Coffee High School, we have a teacher apprenticeship program. And so we have students that are in a class that want to be a teacher, and they'll be going out and working in the schools with the students too. And if they take a Foundations of Education course, I believe, at the high school, they'll get credit towards college for that.
Oh, that's really good.
So I think, you know, growing your own is a wonderful concept because folks who are from Coffee County, they're going to stay here pretty much. Although we do like to hire from other areas too because they bring experience to the classroom. But back to your original question about the season, I guess I need to go back and say it's 24/7 all the time.
Year-round.
It is. It
Year-round.
is. It is.
If somebody is interested in learning more about how to become a teacher, or you know the different responsibilities a teacher has, what should they do? How will they?
Well,
find
they are
out?
welcome to contact me at the Board of Education. 384-2086. And also my email is probably the best way, kim.clayton@coffee.k12.ga.us. And come in and talk with me. I have some handouts that I can give you and explain the process to becoming a teacher. I love doing that. In fact, when I came back from the Christmas holiday, I had several messages from folks that are interested in looking into teaching for the fall. So.
Now, also over the Christmas holidays or whatever, do you sometimes see that people moving around, or you know, you may lose a teacher or you may gain a teacher? Does that happen?
As far as gaining, not too much unless the enrollment really jumps. But yes, as far as folks leaving, with all of the business and industry that we have here in Coffee County, which is a positive, unfortunately folks are transferred, and that means the spouses are transferred as well. But they do give us lead time in November and December to let us know about that.
All right. Now, the job fair is coming up on Saturday, March the 14th. How many teachers, just based off of last year, how many teachers did you hire?
This past year we hired 82.
Oh, wow.
That was one of the highest in the past couple of years. I was just looking at the numbers before the holidays. On average, we hire 66. So I did kind of a 5-year overview. But this past year, with the retirees that we had, we did add some teachers in different areas due to enrollment. But yeah, that was one of the highest numbers that we that we've had. So, and you know, having 8 elementary schools, they always hire the most. And then it goes middle school, high school.
Do you see more of a turnover in middle school or high school, or is it kind of all like across the board?
Anymore, it's across the board.
It is,
You know, I used to say middle school and high school, but now I guess having 8 elementary schools,
That's a lot of
that too. So, but you know, we work on our retention, and our retention is good. When we lose folks anymore, it's retirement or spouses are transferred. Or if we have folks that commute to Coffee County from surrounding areas. And sometimes they just want to stay in their home community.
Right.
But a lot of them still drive into us from other places because they like working in Coffee County.
Yeah, benefits.
Yeah.
It's always good to work in Coffee County. Now, if someone wanted to apply, what should they do?
If you go to our website, which is coffee.k12.ga.us, the main page over to the left, you see the word employment.
Okay.
You just click there and it takes you right to our online application. And we don't have to have positions posted for you to be able to apply. You can select what positions you're interested in, and your application will stay current for 1 year. And even up to the year, you're going to get a message if you want to keep it active.
Okay.
But we're going to start posting positions in the next couple of weeks for folks to see what's going to be available.
Oh, that's really good. Now, just besides teaching positions, I'm sure that you need some job fill-ins in other
we
areas.
need paraprofessionals. Obviously, we have paraprofessionals in our pre-K program, kindergarten, the media center, special education. The requirements to be a paraprofessional, you either have to have 2 years or higher of college, and when I say 2 years, it has to be 60 semester hours that you've completed,
Okay.
or you have to pass the paraprofessional test. And I can share information about how you do that. In fact, it's offered now at Wiregrass. They
Okay,
are
that's
a
good.
provider, but if you get in touch with me, I can give you the individual's number and you can set up a time. It's a basic reading, writing, and math test.
Oh, wow.
So once you pass that, then you can be hired as a paraprofessional. And in thinking about teachers, a lot of our paraprofessionals go on to be teachers. And so
Right.
we're working with South Georgia now, trying to work out some classes to help them so they can go after school.
So if someone's just kind of like, I may want to be a teacher, I may not. Maybe a parapro is where they
It's
may
a
want
great
to
way to
start.
start, or start as a substitute teacher.
Right.
And you know, that we've hired folks that way too, and they've realized they really did want to be a teacher. They
That's
might have
good.
had another profession or career, but they really wanted to be a teacher because it is a wonderful profession, and
It
we
is.
do have wonderful benefits. You know, the governor gave an excellent increase last year, and he's proposing another one this next year. Of course, I think teachers aren't paid enough for the hard work that they do.
That's right.
But the governor is working on it. And in Coffee County, with our salary schedule, we do follow the Georgia State salary schedule, but we added an extra step
Okay.
to our schedule. So if you come to Coffee County, you're going to have one extra step at the bottom of the scale that will help you towards returement.
That's good.
So that's a
really
plus.
good.
Yeah.
That's a good benefit. All right. Well, Kim, I appreciate you being here with us today.
Thank you. I've enjoyed being here. And I wanted to add, too, if folks come to the job fair, that's another opportunity if you're interested in learning about being a teacher. I'll have a lot of information there for you, and I can speak with you in person. But if you're sitting there right now thinking, you know what, I would like to work for the school system, go into teaching or parapro, please contact me at the Board of Education. I would love to talk with you about it.
All right. Well, thank you. And
Thank
we'll have you back
you.
on later on in the year to tell us some more updates with the
Okay.
school system.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Thanks, Kim. We'll be right back after this. Hi, and welcome back to the Douglas On My Mind show. I am here right now with two of Douglas' finest and a third adoptee here. I know a lot of people have heard about this little guy. We've got Sergeant Chad Williams with us today and Corporal Patrick West, and they are going to be sharing with us a little bit of things that are going on with the Douglas Police Department. But first, we're going to start off with this cute little fella right here, and I'm talking about the puppy dog. Tell us about him.
Well,
How did he become a mascot?
this is Mando. We had a captain that was riding, and he found him on a dirt road. Him and his brother. And one of the crime analysts at the police department actually took his brother, and we kind of just had him at the police department. Some officers had him, and we were like, "What are we gonna do with the dog?" And so we finally kind of just all got together and said, "Hey, you know, we should keep him at the police department." And but we, had to get the chief's approval first. So we asked, kept twisting his leg, and finally he made it official when he put it on Facebook. And so we were all kind of like, yeah,
Facebook official.
that's right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, he is definitely an asset. I'm sure the kids are loving him whenever y'all see the kids in the community.
Oh yeah, the kids are loving him. The people are loving him.
And he's already made a drug bust or a money bust or something. There was something that happened.
He was actually with us. We had a case going on, and it was the first day we had him, so we didn't have nowhere to put him. So we just loaded him up and took him with us, and he was with us from the beginning all the way to the end of the case, and we called him our good luck charm for that case because we got it solved and figured out. So.
All right, that's good. That's good. And he's, of course, I'm sure he's going to police school.
I've been telling people because everybody's been asking, is he a working dog and he's not going to be a working dog. He's just going to be kind of a community relations dog, and I guess moral support for us at the police department. Just you got junkyard dogs, and I guess we can call him a police department dog.
There you go. All
Station
right.
dog.
The community dog.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad that y'all brought him to share a little bit of joy with me today. He's precious.
Yeah, he's full of energy today.
All right. Now we're going to move right on to the next thing that y'all have coming up on February the 5th.
Yes, ma'am.
We have Coffee with a Cop. It's
Yes,
going
ma'am.
to be at Hog and Bones from 9 a.m. to 10:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, what do y'all do at Coffee with a Cop?
It's just it's a moment for people to come and kind of sit down and talk with us, express any concerns they have, or kind of see us on a personal level, and kind of see what we do, talk to us, and not just all business.
Get to know us, get to know who we are.
Right.
And plus, Mando will be there, so that'll.
Of course.
Yeah.
He'll be providing some entertainment, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. Now it's going to be at Hog and Bones, and now Hog and Bones is located over behind the Mayor's Bank.
Yes, ma'am. I'm behind the Mayor's Bank on the Mayor's Drive. You can say across from CCA School.
Okay. Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Y'all also have a women's firearm course, which I was told, don't mention that, but I am going to mention it because maybe it'll help encourage y'all to have another class. I understand that the upcoming class is already full, but there's the chance that y'all may offer another one.
Yes, ma'am. The current class we have going on is full, but we plan on doing one in May. So
Okay.
there'll be another one. We have one planned, and we're actually taking applications for it, and you'll be put on a waiting list. And I'm sure it's going to fill up quick as well.
Now, to get placed on that waiting list, should they just contact the police department?
They can. The best way is just come up and see me at the police department,
Okay.
and we can get all the paperwork filled out, and that'll be the easiest way to handle it. So.
All right.
And there's going to be multiple of those classes throughout the year. This is not a one-off thing. We're going to continue doing it, and it's not going to stop.
All right.
And we're going to move from women's firearm. Eventually, we'll move to co-ed and men's firearms, stuff like that.
I was about to ask you, do y'all ever have any men, because it's
Well,
a manly thing to know how to handle a firearm, but...
At first, it was a women's only, but here in the last few months, we've had several men that's come forward that's wanted to take the class, and it is a very educational class, a very good class.
Right.
We used to charge for it, now we don't. It's completely free to the public. So, yeah, we're... As soon as we get the women's waiting list knocked down to a manageable, then we're going to start hopefully opening up to anybody.
Anybody, yeah, because you don't want the women mad with you.
Oh, exactly.
Especially if they've got a gun. All right, what are some other things that y'all are doing in the community? I know back in December, y'all had the Battle of the Badges softball game. I believe at some point in time, y'all had a kickball game. Are y'all planning anything else like that?
Yes, we actually, for March the 28th, we have a kickball game set up with Core Civic, which is the prison in Nichols. Be playing the guards from the prison.
Wow.
It's going to be a big community event. We're going to be cooking. We want everybody to come down and watch, and obviously the police department beat the prison. But it'll be fun, definitely.
And where will that take place at?
That's going to be at Roundtree Park here in the city of Douglas. Yes, ma'am.
All right. And any other things coming up in the summer? Do y'all offer anything for kids? I mean, or
yeah, definitely. This summer we're going to do a kids police academy. to kind of, let the kids come up there, see what we do. And then we'll also, this year we'll be offering a Citizens Police Academy as well, so the citizens can come out, kind of see what we do, learn what we do.
Now that was really popular a few years ago when it was,
Yes, ma'am.
first started. I think it fills up pretty quick too.
It does, yes ma'am. But we're going, again with that, we're going to try to offer multiple of those academies this year. We're online to have several things set up so everybody can have a chance to come do things.
Right,
So,
right. All right. Well, I think y'all are doing a great job in getting out and doing some of that community policing, and
Yes, ma'am.
because kids need to know that y'all are good guys. I mean, hey, I have to work with y'all. I have to say you're good. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, the police department, y'all really have a good camaraderie right now, and I know Chief Edmiston, he came in and kind of said that community policing was going to be a priority with him.
It
So
definitely is.
y'all are definitely taking on that challenge and leading it.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's high on his list for sure.
All right. Now tell me something. There's one more program I want to ask you about, and the PACT program. What is that?
Yes, ma'am.
PACT.
The PAC program is Police and Citizens Together. It's
Okay.
going to be a program where there's going to be officers that are going to be liaisons over different communities within the city, so we can kind of better see what the people of Douglas are wanting from us, so we can kind of get down on a smaller scale and talk with them and see what their concerns are, have meetings with them, and be able for the community to contact the liaison officer with issues they have.
Okay. Would it be sort of like a neighborhood watch or more in depth?
I would say a neighborhood watch on steroids, because you actually have an officer there versus just a appointed neighborhood person, to come tell things to. So,
Right, and I think you do, just my opinion, I would think you need an officer more or less than just a regular citizen. 'Cause
That's right.
sometimes a regular citizen's not going to be taken as seriously as somebody with a badge.
That's right. Exactly.
All right.
But yeah, y'all look forward to that because it should be implemented here soon. So.
All right. Well, Sergeant Williams and Corporal West, we appreciate you being here today.
Thank y'all for having
Thank you for coming, Mando. I think we've tied you down long enough. He's ready to get out of here.
That's right.
All right. We'll be right back after this. All right, we're back from break, and it is now the time to end the Douglas on My Mind show. I want to say thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again next month.